रिटेल बैंकिंग की अगर आप अपना स्टडी मटेरियल भी चेक करोगे तो वो स्टडी मटेरियल में हमने सिर्फ आपको एक ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस की बुकलेट दी है। मैथमेटिकल पोर्शन में आपको खुद क्लास में करवाऊंगा, और जितनी भी डिटेल की थ्योरी है वो सारी मैकमिलन में से पढ़नी है। आप मेरी बात समझ रहे हैं?
ओके, तो रिटेल के लिए लेनी है मैकमिलन वाली बुक?
हाँ, रिटेल के लिए मैकमिलन लेनी कंपल्सरी है, वो बहुत जरूरी है, बट ओनली फॉर रिटेल। फाइन। फॉर बीएफएम, देखिए बीएफएम एबीएम, I will not comment on anything, because if I tell you not to take the Macmillan book, that will be ethically wrong on my part. Okay, because it is a mother book. But practically आप चलो तो it is not possible for you to read those books.
Exactly, sir. That's why I was confused जब बुक का नाम लिया गया तो।
आप एक काम करो मैम, आप एक काम करो, आप सबसे फर्स्ट पार्ट इज whatever I am doing, आप इसको अच्छी तरह से पढ़ के इसको एक बार रिवाइज करो। ओके
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
मैम प्लीज बी ऑन म्यूट, आपके ना माइक में डिस्टर्बेंस हो रहा है। नाउ देयर इज वन पर्सन नोन एज जूम यूजर, यार माय नेम चेंज कर लो भाई। आई एम सेंडिंग यू अ मैसेज। What is your name? If you see this message, please rename yourself. You know, if the office person couldn't identify you, they'll simply remove you from the class. Now, let us start. Now, yesterday we were doing this so yesterday we finished one part of the balance sheet ratios. Now we will go to the remaining part of the ratio questions.
Recording in progress.
Now, ये देखिए, see this. Now, please look at this question. Okay, in your case study book, this question is on your page number. This is on your page number. Just give me a second. Let me find it. हाँ जी अजय सर।
हेलो।
हाँ जी अजय सर बोलिए।
सर पेज नंबर 86 में जो हमारे पास बुक है सर, मैं उसमें लीनियर प्रोग्रामिंग का क्वेश्चन कर रहा था, क्वेश्चन नंबर 5।
नहीं सर, नहीं करना सर, आपने
तो नहीं करना था।
कुछ नहीं करना, जो मैंने करवाया उसके अलावा कुछ नहीं करना।
ठीक है सर।
क्वेश्चन कहाँ गया यार, हद हो गई यार। प्लीज फाइंड दिस इज 8.1। You know. Now this case study number 8. This case study was only used by me to explain the concept of COGS.
Sir, page number.
In the paper, हाँ जी यार mute कर लो, please सारे mute कर लो यार. But in the paper they gave this exact case study in the exam. Okay. So first, let us understand the concept of COGS. Many people do not understand this concept of COGS. So इधर देखो. सर वेट करिए सर, सर 1 मिनट रुक जाओ यार, बंद कर लो माइक अपने. 1 मिनट रुको, मैं आपको भी बता रहा हूं, कोई पेज नंबर कुछ नहीं करना, वेट करो 2 मिनट. नाउ लेट अस से आवर दीप्ति मैडम, एक मिनट को, लेट मी सी द फिगर्स एक बार. Now everybody please look at the screen. Our Deepti madam decides to open up a ready-made garments store where you sell t-shirts, jeans and other stuff. She goes to the market and she buys, or let us say on 1st January 22, she goes to the market and she buys stuff worth rupees 1 lakh. Pen band ho jayegi. Nobody will write anything. So this is the account of Deepti. From her account, she has given a check of 1 lakh rupees. So when she comes home, her parents or her spouse, they tell her that Deepti, you are so busy in the bank. Okay, you don't have the time. Now closing bhi aa raha hai. Another, why don't you start this new business in the new financial year? Deepti says, no problem. This is a good idea. By then my kids will also be done with their exams also. So she just stops there. On 31st March, (2022), Deepti again decides to start the business. Now, if you see carefully, she has kept this cloth worth 1 lakh rupees in an almirah. She will open this almirah? Yes or no? On 31st March, she will open this almirah. So this is known as the opening stock. Is that clear? Is that clear or not? So in simple words, can I say that the closing stock on 1st April karna hai. So can I say that the closing stock on 1st April becomes the opening stock on this date. Can I say this? Do you understand the concept?
Yes, sir.
Now, her friend Ajay says that, Madam Deepti, the variety is very less. You have to add more variety. So Madam Deepti and her friend Ajay, they go to the market. They make a direct purchase or purchases worth rupees 3,50,000. Now Ajay says, Madam Deepti, you will be in the bank during the day. So in your absence, who will sit at the store? So if you see, first of all, this 3,50,000 is also going out of her account. So he will say, Madam, who will sit in your? So she hires an employee for her wages. Her expenses, direct expenditure is rupees 9,000. So this also goes out from her pocket. Okay. Now you have to understand, whenever you hear the word COGS, COGS, what is the full form of COGS? Tell me.
Cost of goods sold.
From today, you will call it as cost price of goods sold. Instead of cost of goods sold, you will say cost price of the goods that are sold by you. Okay.
Okay.
Now, she runs a shop for 1 year. On 31st March, (2023), that is after 1 year, she counts the stock and she finds out that this original 1 lakh wala stock jo tha, this original 1 lakh wala, the clothes that she bought, they are still in the shop only. So cloth worth 1 lakh is still there. That means, what is a closing stock? Can I say this is a closing stock? Can I say this is a closing stock?
Yes.
Can you tell me the purchase price, Deepti madam's purchase price of the clothes that she have sold? Can I say that Deepti madam has sold this wala cloth, Sarah?
Yes, sir.
Let us say this was named as lot 1 and this is named as lot 2. If lot 2 has been sold and this lot 1 is still there, so what is the purchase price of the cloth sold by Deepti? 3,50,000, because she gave the check of 3,50,000 when she wanted to buy this stock. Yes. And can I say this is also a part of her cost only?
Yes, sir.
So can I say her cost price of the goods sold by her is 3,59,000, because these are the goods which have been sold by her. This lot 1 is unsold. So can I say that the formula of cost of goods sold is opening stock? Basically what you have paid minus what is left. Opening stock plus direct purchase plus expenditure minus closing stock. You can, in this case, your opening stock and closing stock are same. 1 lakh, 1 lakh. That is the reason I did this example, so that you can understand it easily. So the amount that you sold was this one, 3,50,000, this lot 2, and the 9,000, the cost that you paid to your employee. Is that clear or not? Do you understand the first formula of cost of goods sold?
Yes, sir.
Now, of course, when Madam Deepthi will sell these clothes, she will add some profit margin and only then sell it. Yes or no? She is not going to sell it or these clothes for 3,50,000 only. When she checks her account, she finds that how much money came in. What was a credit that came in? The credit that came in was 5,60,000. That means the sales were how much? Rupees 5,60,000. Yes or no? Okay. So what is a form? How do we calculate profit? When we were in the school, what is the formula of profit? Profit is equals to selling price minus cost price. Can I say that gross profit is equals to selling price of goods sold minus COGS, cost price of goods sold?
Yes. की फिगर कहाँ से आया?
ये assume किया sales, सारा कुछ assume किया sir. So if the selling sales is 5,60,000 and the cost price is 3,59,000, can I say the gross profit is 2,01,000? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you see this chart, did you understand this question?
Hello, sir.
बोलो.
सर ओपनिंग स्टॉक नहीं समझ में आया.
आप लेट ज्वाइन किया था क्लास ना?
नहीं लेट ज्वाइन नहीं किया था सर, लेकिन कंफ्यूज हो गया मैं.
अच्छा सर, बात सुनो. जिस दिन दुकान का शटर खोला उस दिन दुकान के अंदर कितना माल पड़ा था, उस माल की कॉस्ट प्राइस
ओपनिंग स्टॉक होती है.
हाँ जी,
वही ओपनिंग स्टॉक होता है.
इधर सुनो, आपने ये लॉट खरीदा था 1 लाख रुपए का, इसका नाम रख दिया लॉट नंबर 1. ये आप खरीद के लाए, लेकिन आपने दुकान शुरू नहीं की. दुकान शुरू की आपने 1 अप्रैल को. तो जब 1 अप्रैल को आपने दुकान का शटर खोला तो आपकी दुकान में कितने रुपए का कपड़ा पड़ा हुआ था पहले से?
1 लाख का पड़ा हुआ था.
बस वो ओपनिंग स्टॉक हो गया.
ठीक है सर, थैंक यू सर.
Okay. Now, can I say that formula of COGS is, I've already written this here, opening stock plus purchase plus direct expenditure minus closing stock. And can I say that gross profit is equals to sales minus COGS? This also I've told you. So if you will just simply interpolate this formula, this becomes COGS is also known as sales minus gross profit. See, opening stock 1 lakh, you purchased 3,50,000, 9,000 was your cost. 560 was your sale. So your gross profit is this much. This was your closing stock. Up to this much we have already done.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Sir, gross profit will be equal to sales plus COGS.
Sir, profit कैसे calculate करते हो आप बताओ?
Profit
When
simply
we were in the school. Sir, 2 मिनट रुक जाओ. Tension नहीं लेनी, simple common sense से चलो. When we were in the school and we first time opened the mathematics book of 5th standard to study the chapter profit and loss. What was the formula of profit? Profit was the selling price minus cost price. Yes or no?
yes, sir.
So selling price means sales, cost price means COGS. Khatam.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Now, please mute your mics everyone. Now, this is your gross profit. अभी इसमें से Madam Deepti has to pay her administrative expenses. This will be subtracted. Selling and distribution expenses, this will also go out. Other non-operating expenses, this will also go. And if there is some other income, she earned interest on her FDR, this will be added. She, with this in the company's account, she bought some shares and sold them in profit. This was the profit. So this portion will be added and these will be subtracted. So from 2,01,000, when you remove these 3 items and when you add these 2 items, this will be your net profit. देखो, read करके देखो please. Did you understand this question? Have you understand the concept of COGS? Tell me.
Sir, what B/D or C/D means?
Yeah.
B/D, C/D.
क्या बोल रहे हो sir?
CD, BD, what does that mean?
Where is CDPD?
So in gross profit.
वो छोड़ दो, कुछ नहीं. हाँ जी, आपको जितना मैंने करवाया वो समझ आ गया कि नहीं? Now please look here.
सर, पेपर में इस तरह का टेबल बना हुआ आएगा कि स्टेटमेंट आएगी?
सर वेट करिए, अभी आप 2 मिनट सिर्फ वेट करो, अभी आपने कुछ नहीं करना. Now you have understood the concept of COGS. Now this is a question that came in the paper. Okay. So he gave you the data of 2 years. This is the exact question that has come. He gave you the data of year 1 and year 2. He has given you the sales, purchase, COGS, closing stock, receivables, and payables. This question came for 5 marks, and you had to calculate stock turnover ratio, average inventory holding period, debtor turnover ratio, average bill collection, and creditor turnover ratio. Now, first understand this question, then I'll show you these ratios in the book also. First, stock turnover ratio is also known as ITR, inventory turnover ratio. ITR. Okay. And the formula is COGS divided by average inventory. Now you will say, what is average inventory? This is the formula of average inventory. Your average inventory is your opening stock plus closing stock divided by 2. Now you will say that they have given us closing stock, but they have not given us opening stock. Now look here. This is the closing stock of year 1. Can I say this is also the opening stock of year 2? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
भाई दीप्ति मैम का, मैडम दीप्ति का, तो यार माइक बंद कर लो यार, क्या प्रॉब्लम है बताओ। मैडम प्रिया, प्लीज म्यूट योर माइक। नाउ कैन आई से कि मैडम दीप्ति का the closing stock of Madam Deepti on 31st March will become the opening stock next day in the new financial year. So if you see this, I've taken this as the opening stock and I've taken this as the closing stock. No problem, Priya ji, don't worry. Actually, I don't even know ki kiska hota hai. See, you know, when the mic gets unmuted and there is disturbance, I have to first, you know, stop and go to the particular button. Then the participant list opens. Then I find out whose mic it is, and then I tell you that. So don't worry, okay? Hanji. Now, please don't. When I say something, please don't feel bad. I request to everybody, please. Now, this is your opening stock. This is your closing stock divided by 2. So this is your average inventory. All right. So I put this average inventory over here. But now again, your question is, there are 2 COGS. Oh, sorry. This is your closing stock. This closing stock is opening stock of year 2. And stock turnover ratio is also known as inventory turnover ratio. All right. Now the question is, which COGS you will take? There are 2 COGS given. Please please note down, always the second year data is taken, the latest year. Second year means the latest year. So this will always be the latest year. So latest year data. So this is 1450 divided by average inventory. This is 5 times. Is that clear?
सर इसमें COGS की एवरेज नहीं देंगे?
नहीं सर, नहीं. मैंने बोला ना, हमेशा ये सारा सेकेंड ईयर का लेना है. सिर्फ जब आपको ये, आप अभी एक बार इसको सुनो पहले ध्यान से. This is okay? Yes or no? Now what is the meaning of stock turnover ratio? कि how many times your stock will turn around in a year? Suppose Madam Deepti consumes 12 kg of rice in 1 year, suppose, and she goes to the market and she buys 1 kilogram of rice. How many times will she go to the market? Tell me. 12 times?
10 times.
And if I say after how much period will she go to the market? Can I say after every 1 month?
Yes, sir.
So if you see this, what is the average inventory holding period? So if I say that her inventory, her stock rotates 5 times in a year, so 12 divided by 5, can I say every 2.4 months she will go to the market to buy the new stock? This is known as average inventory holding period, and the formula is 12 divided by STR, stock turnover ratio. So then you get in months, and in days, if you want, you can simply do it as 360 divided by STR. So 360 by 5, it will be almost how many days? 360 by 5 karna?
71.
It's almost 360. 72 days, 71 days.
72.
It will be almost 360 by 5. Sir, 360 के हिसाब से कर लेते हैं. 71, 72 is both the same thing. 72 days. First two questions are okay. Tell me. Now next.
Yes, थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूज हो गया.
क्या
एवरेज
कंफ्यूज?
इन्वेंट्री का थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूजन हो गया.
मैम एक बात सुनो ना, इधर सुनो मेरी बात. आप साल में 5 किलो चावल खाते हो, ठीक है? और आप बाजार जाते हो, 1 मिनट रुको, आप बाजार जाते हो और सिर्फ 1 किलो चावल लेके आते हो, ठीक है? तो आपको कितनी बार बाजार जाना पड़ेगा?
5 बार.
ये देखो 5 टाइम्स आ गया, ठीक है? मतलब 5 बार आपका स्टॉक रोटेट हो जाएगा कि एक बार स्टॉक लेके आए वो खत्म हो गया, फिर अगली बार लेके आए वो खत्म हो गया, फिर अगली बार वो खत्म हो गया, फिर अगली बार वो खत्म हो गया, फिर अगली बार लेके आए वो खत्म हो गया. ये देखो 5 बार हो गए. क्लियर है?
ओके ओके ओके.
अगर साल में आप 5 बार स्टॉक लेके आ रहे हो, पूरे साल में आपके स्टॉक 5 बार घूमता है, तो एक बार कितनी देर में घूमेगा? अगर 12 महीने का साल है तो एक बार स्टॉक घूमेगा डिवाइड बाय 5, यानी कि ऑलमोस्ट 2.5 महीने में. इज दैट क्लियर?
यस सर, यस.
नेक्स्ट इज, नो प्रॉब्लम. नेक्स्ट इज डेटर टर्नओवर रेशियो. Next is debtor turnover ratio. What is a debtor turnover ratio? The formula of debtor turnover ratio is your net credit sales divided by average receivables. That whatever are the sales you do on udhar, you sell the, Deepti madam sells some stuff to Ajitesh on udhar. She tells Ajitesh that Ajitesh, you can give me the payment after 3 months. So this is a credit. This is credit sales divided by average receivables. Okay. So receivables, 2 receivables are given. So can I say that average receivables is equals to this plus this divided by 2, 480 plus 520 divided by 2. Can I say this will be 500? That means 4 times. That means Deepti will do her recovery. So this is basically recovery per year, 4 times. Recovery of her money 4 times a year. And can I say that if she recovers her money 4 times in a year, that means can I say she will recover her money every 3 months? 12 divided by 4. So this is the average bill collection. Is that clear or not? So whatever is a debtor, sir, एक मिनट, डेटर टर्नओवर रेशियो जो भी आ गई, 12 को डेटर टर्नओवर रेशियो से डिवाइड करोगे तो आप अपने बिल कितनी देर में एवरेज कलेक्ट कर लेते हो? हाँ जी सर, बताओ, बोलो सर, टेल मी.
सर सेल्स को क्रेडिट सेल्स ही मानेंगे बाय डिफॉल्ट?
हाँ जी, क्रेडिट सेल्स ही मान लोगे आप. ओके, बिकॉज this is only on the sales that you have made by on credit. So in the question, if the word credit sales is not given, you will consider the normal sales equals to credit sales. And last is creditor turnover ratio. Deepthi madam has purchased this raw material. How fast does she make the payment to her creditors? So that is net credit purchase divided by average payables. So what is average payables? So average payables is 350 plus 400 divided by 2. So this will be 375. So can I say that Deepthi will pay to her creditors 4 times in a year, or every 3 months? Same thing? Note it down, please. This question has come. This question comes many times for 5 marks.
Sir,
Bolo, sir.
the net purchase, credit purchase from here you have taken, sir, 1500 purchase.
ये देखो,
Second year purchase.
हाँ जी,
This is your credit, na sir?
sir. Sales purchase both are given in credit only.
या फर्स्ट ईयर के परचेज का कोई वैल्यू नहीं है
सर ये
नहीं सर, कोई नहीं सर। ये देखो सर, मैंने क्या लिखा है, ये देखो, लेटेस्ट ईयर, इधर फिर से लिख लो लेटेस्ट ईयर।
यस सर।
You will always take the value of the latest year, no? Latest year. Now is it okay? Please note it down. Note down this question clearly.
सर एक क्वेश्चन है, ये क्रेडिटर टर्नओवर रेशियो से क्या मिलता है?
सर क्रेडिटर टर्नओवर रेशियो से आपको पता चलता है कि आपने जो माल उधारी पे खरीदा हुआ है उसके पैसे कितनी देर में चुका देते हो आप, और डेटर टर्नओवर रेशियो से पता चलता है आपने जो माल उधारी पे बेचा हुआ है उसको कितनी देर में उसकी रिकवरी कर लेते हो। ठीक है सर? बोलिए सर।
सर डेबिट टर्नओवर रेशियो इंग्लिश में एक्सप्लेन करो सर। तो हिंदी
सर
में
आपकी आवाज साफ नहीं आ रही, मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा आप क्या बोल रहे हो। टाइप कर दीजिए मैसेज, नहीं तो अपना माइक एडजस्ट कर लीजिए। माइक एडजस्ट करिए फिर आ जाएगी आवाज। मुझे बस इतना समझ आया कि हाँ जी बोलिए
सर। सर ये स्टॉक टर्नओवर रेशियो ये सीओजीएस पे होती है, सेल्स पे नहीं होती ना?
सर यही फॉर्मूला आपने याद रखना सर, सीओजीएस बाय एवरेज इन्वेंटरी। Mr. Chanakya, please talk to me. Unmute your mic.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Chanakya. Third point. What
sir.
is the meaning of debtor turnover ratio? First, tell me who are debtors. When you sell your goods on credit to somebody else, let us say you are a distributor and you sell the goods to some shopkeepers and you tell the shopkeepers that pay me after 1 month. The shopkeepers are your debtors. So how fast do you make the recovery from them? That means if you make the recovery from them 12 times in 1 year, that means every 1 month you recover money from the shopkeepers. Is that clear?
Okay, sir.
And creditor turnover ratio means these goods that you have taken from Patanjali, Dabur, Nestle on credit, you have to make them some payment after some time. How fast do you make the payment to them? If you are making the payment to them 4 times in a year, that means you pay them every 3 months. Is that clear?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
That's it.
Okay.
Everyone, please note it down.
Sir, why the word net credit is added before sales and purchase? Simply sales and purchase is.
नहीं सर, ये credit purchase होता है सिर्फ. Only credit purchase and credit sale. Because who are your debtors to whom you have sold the goods on credit? Udhar. Just type done once you have noted this question. Next. Shall I proceed? Now, have you noted everybody? I'm going to close this file now. Okay. Now see this. In the paper, once this question came, calculate the asset turnover ratio. The formula of asset turnover ratio is your COGS divided by average total assets, tangible assets, okay? And he gave you values like this. 2 values, one of year 1 and year 2 for COGS, and 2 values of total assets. Okay. 2 values of total assets. Now, what you will do, For COGS, you will take the upper value, only latest year value. And average total assets will be year 1 plus year 2 divided by 2. Is that clear? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Note it down like this. Now, see this in your book, in your kit, study kit. On this page number 96, all the ratios are given. If you see, we have already done this current ratio. What is the ideal current ratio? You have to remember 1.33:1. We have done quick ratio, also known as acid test ratio. We have done net working capital. Then solvency ratios, debt equity ratio, we have done this. Ideal debt equity ratio, we have done. Then total outstanding liability ratio, we have done. Then debt service coverage ratio, this also we have done. And ideal debt service, we have done this. Then under activity ratio, see this total asset ratio. Just now I told you this question. COGS divided by average total assets. And see this, inventory turnover ratio or stock turnover ratio. It is one and the same thing. This also we did just now. And when you divide this inventory turnover ratio by 12 divided by inventory turnover ratio, this is your inventory holding period. Yes or no? This is a formula of average inventory we have done. This is a formula of COGS we have done. Then, what is your now debtor velocity ratio? In debtors velocity ratio, see this, average debtors divided by net credit sales. इसको ऐसे नहीं, अच्छा ये देखो, पता है क्या? सुनो, what is this? See this, when I did this question here, I wrote debtor turnover ratio. So what is debtor turnover ratio? Net credit sales divided by average receivables. Okay? And if you see average bill collection period, this is 12 divided by debtor turnover ratio. So if you see, it will become 12 divided by net credit sales multiplied by average receivables. That means this average bill collection period is also known as debtor velocity ratio. Also known as average bill collection period. Okay. Don't get confused. Always think of the question in these terms. If you will think of the question in these terms, तो debtor वाली ratio है, one will be in times and one will be in months. बात खत्म, बस. Don't take more stress. Just focus on this slide and you'll be done. Then you see this one. बस सेम ये आ गया. This is the same creditor velocity ratio. If you see this creditor velocity ratio in the slide, I wrote this thing now, that creditor turnover ratio is 4 times in a year. That means every 3 months you will recover your money, yes or no? So this every 3 months. So this is known as creditor velocity ratio. It is same thing. The name is different, that's all. Okay, is it clear? And I'm writing here, this is also known as debtors velocity ratio. Note it down so that you don't make any error. Shall we proceed? Now we come to the next part. Can you do this question? This is simple, just read it and tell me if this is okay. Is it okay? Just read it. Basically, he has given you this data: opening stock, closing stock, sales, and gross profit. And you have to calculate stock turnover ratio. So first you have to calculate COGS. COGS will come from this formula. And then you will calculate average stocks, opening stock plus closing stock divided by 2. And you will get the stock turnover ratio. Is it clear or not? Solve this question, please. I want you to solve this question. This question has come in the paper. See this. Current ratio is given, CA by CL. Okay, 1.5:1. From here we calculate current liability. I've got current liability. Now I have to calculate quick ratio. What is the formula of quick ratio? Quick ratio is quick assets divided by current liability. Current liability I found out from the previous question. And just give me a second. So quick asset is, so how do you calculate quick asset? Quick asset is your total current assets minus stocks. Because if you see, stock is a inventory or stock, this is a non-quick asset. Is that clear or not?
सर एक बार लास्ट स्लाइड दिखा दोगे?
Karam sir. So that means, how do you calculate quick asset? Your total current assets minus your inventories. This is your quick divided by current liability.
तो क्वेश्चन वाला पार्ट निकालेंगे जरा सा। क्वेश्चन वाला पार्ट नोट करना था।
ये रहा।
एक्सक्यूज मी सर।
हाँ जी मैम।
सर थोड़ा दस दो इन्वेंटरी ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ नॉन क्विक क्यों कंसीडर ਕੀਤਾ?
मैम बैलेंस शीट खोलो जरा अपनी।
सर खोली हुई है।
25 आइटम्स कड्डे कितने सी ना?
हाँ जी हाँ जी।
तो देखो खोलो।
सर ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਾ नॉन करंट एसेट्स ਵਿੱਚ
ये
मतलब
देखो मैम, ये देखो सी दिस। इन्वेंट्री कहाँ जाती है? नॉन क्विक में आती है ना?
हाँ जी।
अगर आपका टोटल एसेट 100 रुपए का है, उसमें से इन्वेंट्री 50 रुपए की है, तो क्विक कितना हो गया? बाकी का बचा हुआ 50 हो गया ना?
हाँ जी हाँ जी।
क्लियर हो गया?
ठीक है सर, थैंक यू।
Sure. This is okay now. Now see this. Before I come to this question, in your case study book, open page number 142. Now this is the same table that I used to explain you the concept of COGS. Yes or no? So from this table, you understand the concept of gross profit, you understand the concept of COGS, and then you know how did we calculate net profit. In last to last exam, he gave this exact question in the paper. So first he said calculate the gross profit ratio, net profit ratio, operating profit ratio, and operating ratio. So the formulas are given. Gross profit ratio is gross profit divided by sales into 100. Net profit ratio is this formula. Net profit by sales into 100. Operating ratio, just remember this formula. And operating profit ratio is whatever is the operating ratio minus 100. That is your operating profit ratio. So just read this solution right now.
सर इसमें नेट सेल्स जो है वो जो सेल्स होगा वो ही लेना है ना सर?
हाँ जी सर। Ajay Ramji, you'll have to watch the videos of the classes that you have missed. So आप एक काम करो, whatever we are doing, we'll be doing from tomorrow. उसको आप साथ साथ करो. Once the course is over. No sir, I cannot send any soft copies. You will receive the material in post. Now come to.
Excuse me sir.
हाँ जी सर बोलो.
सर अब इस बार अपना सेकंड बैच भी रहेगा क्या सर? लास्ट टाइम कितना?
नहीं सर, कोई सेकंड बैच नहीं होगा, बस यही बैच है, एक ही बैच है सर.
ओके.
हाँ जी. Now in this question, okay, so एक मिनट रुको. This one is done. This case study generally ये as it is copy paste आ गई, that means the examiner had this book, so that is the why he gave this case study. Now this case study you will do it as your homework. Just read it at your home or leave it, छोड़ दो. अगर आपने ये अच्छी तरह कर ली, if you have understood this case study properly, this one, then no need to do anything else. उसके बाद this one just read कर लेना. Read this at home. I'm writing read at your home. This is your homework. Okay. The solution is in front of you. There's a solution, so don't worry. You can simply read it. Now, case study 9, you can read it. You can read this case study 9. Okay. Then come to this question 9.2. This question. In this question, we will understand the concept of earning per share, book value per share, P ratio. Now see this. A company does some business, they generate some profit, gross profit. So let us say Madam Deepti buys clothes worth 200 rupees and sells the same at 300. So her profit is 100. Out of that profit, she will pay tax. Then she will get profit after tax. Out of this profit, she will pay preferred dividends. What is a preferred dividend? Now, basically what happens, let us say me and Deepti, we own a company, or let us say Deepti owns a company, 100% company. And in that company, I have given her 1 lakh rupees under preference shares. So what is a preferred stock? Idhar dekho. This is very important concept because this will be used in BFM. So look here. So Deepti and Ajitesh, they open a company. 50% is Deepti's share, 50% is Ajitesh's share. So Deepti and Ajitesh, they are equity holders. Equity holders. Equity holders means, equity shares means, equity means ownership securities. Ownership securities. That means Deepti and Ajitesh are the actual owners of this company. Is that clear? They need more money. They come to me. They tell me that, Simran, will you give us some money? And you also become our shareholder, our partner. I said, see, I can give you the money, but I will not become your partner. I will give you a money as a preference. I will become a preference shareholder. I say that I need preferred shares. I will give you rupees 10 lakh, but I need a dividend of 10% every year, just like a loan. So what is 10% dividend of 10 lakhs? 1 lakh every year. Just give me a second, please. यार ये कौन है? Yeah. Now suppose what does this mean? इसको समझ लो सर सारे please. Everybody, this is a concept which will be used in BFM in Basel. Suppose the company has a profit of 10 lakhs. So whenever you have a profit, out of the profit, first my 10 lakh will be paid. 10 lakh to Simran, because I am a preferred shareholder. Is that clear? So what is left? What is left after paying the dividend? Zero. So how much money will Deepti get? Zero. How much money will Ajitesh get? Zero. First place. Clear है? समझ आया कि नहीं? Then case number 2. The profit is 1 crore. How much money will Simran get? Only 10 lakh. Because I'm a preferred shareholder. How much is left? 90 lakhs. Out of this 90 lakh, how much Deepti gets? 45 lakhs. How much Ajitesh gets? 45 lakhs. Is that clear or not?
सर ये 10 लाख के तो उसने पूरे शेयर परचेज किए थे ना, तो डिविडेंड भी 10 लाख की पूरा माइनस करेंगे क्या?
सॉरी 1 लाख है, चलो इसको 1 करोड़ लगा लो, इसको 1 करोड़ लगा लो. वेट करो, मैंने गलत लिख दिया, सॉरी. दिस इज 1 करोड़. So 10% of 1 crore is 10 lakh. Okay, clear? Did you understand the concept of preferred shares and equity shares?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now look here. When Deepti did some business, she made some profit. After that profit, she paid tax. After that, she got profit after tax. From this, she gave money to me. I'm a preference shareholder. Now what is left? Net profit for Deepti and Ajitesh. So what is this? This is basically net profit for equity shareholders. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes, sir.
So that means what is the money left for? So if the profit was 1 crore, okay, please mic mute karo. Please mic mute karo. Suppose the profit was I'm going very slow. Please understand this question. Suppose the profit was before tax is 1.5 crores. Tax is 0.5 crores, 50 lakhs. Profit after tax 1 crore. Out of this profit, she has paid me 10 lakhs. So what is the money left for Deepti? 90 lakhs. Up to this point, is it clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now this is the money left for Deepti. Now Deepti will not take out the entire money and take it home. So Deepti says that I only need 10 lakh rupees in a year to run my house. So Deepti out of this 90 lakh takes 10 lakh, withdraws 10 lakh as dividend. Because Deepti also has to eat food. She also has to pay her bills. She also has to pay the fees of her school children for their school. Okay. So Deepti says 10 lakh I have taken. Now what is left in the account? 80 lakhs is in the account. Is that clear or not? Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now Deepti must be having some old FDRs in the company from some previous year's profits. Those are the reserves. And when Deepti started this company, she put some capital. So can I say, when we were doing balance sheet, do you remember what there were 3 items in own funds? Capital, reserves, and profit and credit balance in profit and loss account. और आपको याद है कि owned fund was also known as net worth? Yes or no?
Yes.
So this is the total net worth of the company. So if we divide this total net worth of the company with the number of shares, I get the book value per share. Did you understand this concept? What should be the actual value per share? As per the books, what should be the value of 1 share of this company? Did you understand this concept or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let us do a question. Now see, this is the question. Profit before tax for Deepti was 24,46,000. Tax rate was 60%, and Deepti said, I need 20% dividend to run my house. Simran has given 10 lakh to Deepti and she has to pay me 9% dividend every year. That means 90,000 every year. Okay. And when Deepti started this company, she put 30 lakh from her own pocket. Now this 30 lakh was divided into 30,000 shares of 100 rupees each. Total is 30 lakh. Is that clear? She is doing this business from last many years. She has 22 lakhs of FDRs on the name of this company. Old FDRs kahan se? From the old profits. Okay. And right now the market price of share is 200. See, my market price is always based on demand supply. Okay. So market price ko bhi chhod do aap. This is the data. Now based on this data, first I have to calculate the book value per share. So let us see. Now let us not read the solution. You will tell me what we will do. The first step is, I'll write it here. First step is, what is the profit? 24,46,000. Profit is 24,46,000. Yes or no? Out of this, what will we remove first?
Tax.
Tax. So what 60% tax we remove. What is my profit after tax? Tell me.
14.67.
So here are mera calculator.
9.784.
एक मिनट sir. 24,46,000 minus 60%. So this is my profit after tax is 9,78,400 rupees. Now this is the profit. Now Deepti has to pay money to the preference shareholder, who is Simran. How much money she will pay me?
90,000.
9% of this 10 lakh or 10 lakh. That is 90,000 she will pay me. So what is left? So 9,78,400 minus 90,000. So what is left? 88,000. Oh, sorry, 8,88,400. So this is a profit for Deepti. This is a profit which belongs to equity shareholders. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
सर डिविडेंड को माइनस में
क्या
इसमें डिविडेंड को कम नहीं करेंगे डिविडेंड
सर अभी रुको तो सही ना अभी रुको वेट करो now this money is left for Deepti now out of this money Deepti will take some money in her house also to her house also how much money will Deepti take to her house 20% dividend. Okay, now see here, look here, this was your profit before tax minus this is the tax, this is your profit after tax. From this Deepti paid 90,000 to me. What is left for Deepti? 8,88,400. If you see up to this point, have we done it? Yes or no? Now this is the net profit available for Deepti. So when this value is divided by, so basically this is the net earning for Deepti of this year. For this year. So when this is divided by number of shares, we get earning per share. So what is the formula of earning per share? Look here. Earning per share is the net profit of equity shareholders divided by number of shares. Is that clear? Is that clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है now we will calculate, now we have to calculate the book value of shares. So what is the book value? How do we calculate? So if you see, I should know what is the profit in the account, what is the reserves, old reserves, and what is the capital. Now how much, now this was the money which was left for Deepti. Out of this, how much money Deepti takes home? Deepti says, every year I will take home 20%. Now this 20% is always calculated on the capital. Dividend is always calculated on the capital of the company. Okay. So I will write it here. So proposed dividend is 20% on 30 lakhs. Okay, that is 20% on capital. So Deepti says, I will take home 6 lakh. So how much money is left in the P&L account? So this is money, or I can say this is credit balance in P&L account. Yes or no? Now, reserves before the beginning of year. Can I say these are my old FDRs? Yes or no? And this is the capital when Deepti started the company. This is also in the company only. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So, okay, and this is the balance sheet chapter. This is a balance sheet chapter. If you see, under owned fund, there were 3 items: share capital, 30 lakh, free reserves, 22 lakh, profit and loss credit balance. What is your profit and loss credit balance? 2,88,400. When you add all these things, can I say these things are known as owned funds?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this is your
Yes, sir.
nothing but this is your owned funds of the company. Now this is a total net worth of the company or net worth of the company. So this total net worth, when you divide it by number of shares, 30,000, you will get book value per share. Is that clear or not?
Yes, sir.
So you can write it down like this, that what is a book value per share? That is net worth of the company. That means profit and loss credit balance plus reserves plus capital divided by number of shares. And after you do this, we come to the third question, P ratio. And the formula of P ratio is given here, earning per share divided by market price per share into 100. Earning per share was 29.60. And market price per share is 200. It is given. So your P ratio is 14.8%. Is it clear or not?
सर एक बार previous slide दिखाना.
Yes, sir.
सर वो slide कर देना previous वाली.
Previous slide or previous page?
Previous page है अभी जिसमें formula दिखा. हाँ, this one.
Now, this is also done. Have a break for, it is 9 o'clock. We start in 10 minutes. We start at 9:10. Okay. और उसके बाद हम
15 मिनट
एक काम सर ऐसे करो, एक काम करो, 5 मिनट की ब्रेक लो. वी स्टॉप द क्लास एट 10:05. जल्दी ब्रेक छोटी ले लो, क्लास जल्दी खत्म कर लेंगे. ठीक है,
फिर डिनर भी नहीं हो पाया. 15 मिनट
10 मिनट का ले लो सर, डिनर कर लो. ओके
सर, वो फॉर्मूले वाली स्लाइड एक बार दिखाएंगे प्लीज.
हाँ जी. आई रिक्वेस्ट यू, कल से ना डिनर 7:30 कर लिया करो, 7:30 से पहले कर लिया करो, सो दैट व्हाट वी कैन डू इज वी कैन हैव अ कंटिन्यूअस क्लास. बीच में 5 मिनट का ब्रेक देंगे पानी वगैरह के लिए, फ्रेश होने के लिए, और आप भी 10 बजे फ्री हो जाओगे.
सर नींद आने लग जाती है, पहले खाना खा लें तो.
सर थोड़ा खाओ ना.
हो गया सर, कंप्लीट. थैंक यू.
चलिए ब्रेक कर लीजिए. वी विल मीट इन 10 मिनट्स.
Recording stopped.